Topic for today's discussion is basal ganglia. See, basal ganglia, the term basal ganglia is referred to a group of nuclei in the forebrain and upper part of the brain stem. Thus, the basal ganglia includes caudate nucleus, putamen, globus pallidus, subthalamic nucleus, substantia nigra. This caudate nucleus and putamen are together as called as corpus striatum or neostriatum. Now we will discuss about the connections of the basal ganglia. They are afferent connections. Afferent connection is nerves coming towards the basal ganglia. These are two projections. Main projections are corticostriate projections and thalamostriate projections. Corticostriate projection, basal ganglia receive efferents from all part of the cerebral cortex, but mainly from the frontal motor areas and parietal lobes. These projections are excitatory cholinergic neurons that end up in the corpus striatum or neostriatum. The corpus striatum term or neostriatum includes caudate nucleus and putamen. Now, second tract is thalamostriate tract. Basal ganglia receive efferents from all the nuclei of the thalamus, that is ventero-anterior nuclei, anterolateral nuclei, and centromedial nuclei of thalamus. So basal ganglia receive efferent from all the nuclei of the thalamus, and these projections are excitatory cholinergic neurons, and that ends in the corpus striatum or neostriatum. Here we can see that in the diagram that the striatum that includes caudate nucleus and putamen, the fibers come from both the sides of the cortical area, mainly from the frontal cortex and parietal lobes, and these are excitatory fibers and are cholinergic. These are called as corticostriate. These fibers that comes from the cortex to the striatum, these fibers are called as corticostriate fibers, and the fibers that are sent from thalamus to the striatum, these are also excitatory fibers, and this tract is called as thalamostriate tract or thalamostriate projections. That means thalamus to striatum. Now the connection within the basal ganglia. The connection between the basal ganglia is dopaminergic nigrostriatal projections. Neurons present in the pars compacta portion of the substantia nigra contains the cell bodies having dopamine. And dopamine, as we know, is an inhibitory neurotransmitter, and its action terminates into the corpus striatum or neostriatum. Degeneration of these projections produces Parkinsonism. Here we can see in the diagram that dopaminergic fibers are coming from substantia nigra. They are supplying to the striatum. See, this is dopaminergic neurons. The fibers are going from substantia nigra, moving towards the caudate nucleus. In addition, the fibers are going to the putamen also. So this is from the caudate nucleus plus putamen is corpus striatum or neostriatum. So substantia nigra sends fibers, dopaminergic fibers, to the caudate nucleus as well as putamen. These are dopaminergic fibers. Second fibers are GABAergic inhibitory projection. The neostriatum, that is caudate nucleus and putamen, sends projection to substantia nigra and globus pallidus. Degeneration of these fibers produces Huntington chorea or Huntington disease. Here we can see neostriatum, that is caudate nucleus and putamen. They are sending GABAergic fibers, that is also known as striatonigral fibers, that is striatum to substantia nigra. These are GABAergic neurons that comes from putamen, and these are the fibers coming. This is GABAergic that is coming from caudate nucleus. The caudate nucleus and putamen sends GABAergic fibers to the substantia nigra. In return, the substantia nigra sends dopaminergic fibers to the caudate nucleus as well as putamen. Now the projection from the subthalamic nucleus. The subthalamic nucleus projects fibers to globus pallidus and substantia nigra. See here we can see the diagram. Subthalamic nucleus is supplying to the globus pallidus and substantia nigra. These are the fibers. This is subthalamic nucleus. It's sending fibers to globus pallidus and substantia nigra. These projections are glutamic acid secreting excitatory neurons. These are excitatory neurons. Subthalamic nucleus and excitatory neurons to substantia nigra as well as globus pallidus. The main efferent connections, that is the fibers going outside from the basal ganglia to outer circuit. The main output from the basal ganglia is from globus pallidus and substantia nigra. The main output of the basal ganglia comes from globus pallidus and substantia nigra, and these projections are inhibitory. That is, the 5 projections from the globus pallidus and substantia nigra are inhibitory GABAergic fibers. Now, efferents from the globus pallidus sends fibers via thalamic fasciculus to the ventrolateral, ventroanterior, and centromedial nuclei of the thalamus. And from the thalamus, the fibers project into the premotor and prefrontal cortex. So, output from the globus pallidus via thalamic fasciculus is sent to the thalamus, and from the thalamus, the fibers project into premotor and prefrontal area. Now, via ansa lenticularis tract, globus pallidus send fibers to subthalamic nucleus, substantia nigra, red nucleus in the midbrain, and reticular formation in the brain stem. Here we can see that the main output is from globus pallidus and substantia nigra to the thalamus. See, this globus pallidus send fibers to thalamus, ventroposterior lateral nucleus of thalamus, centromedial nucleus of thalamus, and in addition, the substantia nigra also sent to the thalamus, and in addition, substantia nigra also sent fibers to superior colliculus. So, main output of basal ganglia is through globus pallidus and substantia nigra, and both of these send fibers to the thalamus. Now, efferents from the substantia nigra. The substantia nigra send fibers, inhibitory fibers, that is GABAergic, to the ventrolateral and ventroanterior nuclei of thalamus. It also sends fibers to habenula and superior colliculus. From the thalamus, the fibers are projected to the motor cortex, and these are excitatory. From the thalamus, the fibers are excitatory, but here this puts a inhibitory. Substantia nigra is sending fibers to the ventroposterior lateral nucleus of thalamus, centromedial nucleus of thalamus, then superior colliculus. Now, functions of basal ganglia. These are the connections which we have already discussed, and now the functions, we move to the functions. The main function is planning and programming of the movements. This we can say on the basis that the neurons of the basal ganglia are observed to discharge before the movement begins. Now, activity between the subthalamic and globus pallidus regulates the basal ganglia output that maintains the movement in the smooth, appropriate manner. That is, help to initiate and terminate movements and suppresses the unwanted movements. So, the activity is from the subthalamic nuclei and globus pallidus, because main outlet is through globus pallidus and substantia nigra to the thalamus, and from the thalamus the fibers goes to the motor cortex, and that executes through motor cortex. The motor cortex executes movements through pyramidal tract. We have already discussed pyramidal tract. The second function is maintenance of posture. Now, basal ganglia through thalamic cortical projection influences the descending pathway, that is pyramidal tract fibers that control the posture. Basal ganglia, here we can see in that the diagram that the basal ganglia, globus pallidus and substantia nigra send fibers to the thalamus. And from the thalamus, the fibers goes to the motor areas, motor cortex. And from the motor cortex, the information goes to descending pathway that leads to the movement. In other words, that the activity of motor cortex has been regulated by basal ganglia through thalamus. Now, inhibition of stretch reflexes. The basal ganglia inhibit stretch reflex through the body by stimulation of the caudate nucleus. And the stimulation of caudate nucleus, this is achieved by the stimulation of inhibiting motor cortex through thalamocortical feedback. The fibers that sends information from thalamus to the cortical areas are governed by caudate nucleus because output is made through globus pallidus and neostratum. Now, stimulation of inhibitory reticular formation. So, this basal ganglia is inhibits stretch reflex through stimulation of inhibitory motor cortex, through inhibition of the motor cortex, through thalamocortical feedback, and stimulation of inhibiting reticular formation. Now, regulation of subconscious gross movements. The neostratum regulates the subconscious gross movements occurring in the group of muscles because the main output is through neostratum. Neostratum regulates the subconscious because neostratum through thalamus controls the motor cortex, and motor cortex the movements impulses for making movements goes through descending tract, that is pyramidal tract. Now, cognitive functions. Basal ganglia plays an important role in cognitive functions. Cognitive processes are like awareness of thinking. A person is aware of thinking, attention, memory, learning. These are all cognitive functions. And this is performed by caudate nucleus through connections with the frontal cortex. That is, caudate nucleus controls the frontal cortex through thalamus. Lesion of caudate nucleus is associated with dysarthritic aphasia, that is difficulty in articulating words, and the deficit in performance-based learning. And when it will lead to the because cognitive function is badly affected in the lesions of the basal ganglia, that includes thinking, attention, memory, and so the performance-based learning process is hampered. Performance of skilled movements, the globus pallidus sends information to the reticular formation that reduces the muscle tone and thus providing the appropriate muscle tone for performing the skill movement. That means the basal ganglia through globus pallidus has all the outcomes. That efferent pathway passes from the globus pallidus to the thalamus, and from the thalamus, the information goes to the reticular formation or cortex, and that leads to the decrease in the muscle tone or regulates the muscle tone for appropriate performance of skilled movements. Now, Center for Coordination, the substantia nigra is a center for coordination of those impulses that are essential for skilled movement. That is through pyramidal tract. The control of normal automatic associated movements. The basal ganglia is responsible for various associated automatic movements like swinging of arms during walking. This is normal. Normally, we see the person swings his arm during walking, and if there is a lesion in the basal ganglia, this swinging of arms are diminished. The movements of swinging of arm is diminished during walking. Now, through regulates the emotional behavior. The basal ganglia also acts with the limbic system. Limbic system is responsible for regulating the emotions, expressions. So the basal ganglia, through in association with the limbic system, regulates the emotional behavior.